Oh, shit. Okay.
It was nice when we were, for the moments that we were YouTube only. We had no filter. So like,
Are we able to use TikTok again?
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's back. I was live on it last night. I think I was live on it this morning.
So it really only went away for a few hours.
16 hours. To be
16
exact.
hours.
Yeah.
I guess I can download the app back on my phone. Why are we logged in as me?
Because we used your phone one day to log in.
I don't remember this, but okay.
It was when we did the live chat.
Okay.
The live.
I'm gonna start the intro.
Okay. I have no idea if it like gained me any follow. I don't think it gained me any followers. I haven't gained any followers though. Like,
Oh,
it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't really use TikTok that much.
we would need a lot, but to get you to do anything.
All right, you're up.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wombo Combo Show. My name's Ben Kepler.
I'm Ben Yukonis fixing his mic.
All right, looks like the mic's in a good spot. What's up, y'all? I see you guys joining in chat here. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're staying warm.
Yeah, it's cold here, man.
Man, we got a space heater behind us
yeah,
today.
it's keeping
lighting
my
our
butt
butts. Lighting our butts
Yeah.
up as we go along here.
It was like like when we woke up this morning, it was like negative
Oh, my
like 3 degrees or
goodness.
something like that.
Yeah, dude, when I got off live last night with the few guys who were watching along with me, it was 2 degrees, felt like -8. And
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
just
cuz a lot of them are
Dumb
in
cold.
A lot of them are down in Texas.
Yeah.
And they're getting snow today down
Yeah.
in Houston, Louisiana. So
Oh, dude, the last couple of years for Texas, like in the wintertime, they've been getting some winter weather. Like
yeah, this year
So-
everybody's getting a little piece of it. Kind of affected the NFL landscape a little bit. I don't know. No more warm weather teams are in the playoffs anymore. They all got eliminated. Last one would have been LA, but there is not a warm weather team remaining.
Yeah, no, there isn't.
You got Philly.
Yeah.
That's a cold place. You got
Yep.
Kansas City, which is the coldest probably of places. And then you've got Washington, D.C.
Just
And
as
then,
cold as
Buffalo.
Baltimore.
Buffalo, I feel Buffalo's more snow than cold. I feel like it gets
It's
colder in
both.
the plains,
Well,
but
it's
it's like
both.
snowier in Buffalo, in my opinion. That's just when I
yeah,
think
but
of it.
I mean, they're
Those
almost in
cold wind
Canada
chills.
as well. So
Close to Canada, yeah, for sure. But the snow is definitely going to be a factor coming up in this week. Let's take a look at those matchups, just kind of go over them, see what we've seen in those games. If you have any comments on them, Ben, since you weren't with us on the watch party, I know a lot of guys know
Yeah.
how I feel about
I
a
did
lot
watch.
of these things.
I watched a good portion of both. I watched the entire Lions Commanders game.
Yeah, that was a
That
good
a
one.
game.
That was
And,
a great game,
I,
to be
I
honest.
saw bits and pieces of this. It just wasn't entertaining for me, like at all.
a lot of them ended
The
up
beginning
not
was
being.
cool though because the Texans actually came out hot,
Looking
on
like they were gonna
defense
play.
at least.
Absolutely. Excuse me, in this game, there were a few things that I kind of wanted to talk about. First of all, this is the first time.
I know what we got to talk about as
Oh,
well.
we got some things to talk about.
I
in this
think
one.
we know. I think
Yeah,
I
I
know
think
what
we're
we
on the
want to
same
talk
page.
about. Okay.
The first thing I want to mention for the Houston Texans is this is the first time in franchise history, and it's the first time in a long time for any team, that they had no turnovers, okay, and they had 100 more yards than the opposing team,
Yeah.
and they still lost.
Oh, dude, that was every team that won this week.
Yeah, like how crazy is
Yeah,
that?
every team
Ev-
that won had less yards.
Yeah, I did see
Like-
that little not meme, but whatever post go across the NFL or whatever, that every losing team had more yards than the winning team. What does that say? You got to take advantage of the plays when you have them.
Yeah.
To be completely
So-
honest. But in this game, the things that I want to really nail down the coffin on are this. First of all, great attempt by the Houston Texans. They've never won a Saturday game. in the playoffs, and that's the only type of playoff game they've ever played. Apparently,
Last
is
week.
Saturday. Oh, they won.
And
Yeah.
wild
Was
card
last week a
round.
Saturday?
Wild card round, they played on a Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me, I was
when
wrong.
they
in
beat
that
the
effect.
Chargers.
But anyways,
We watched that game.
Yeah, well, I forgot, dude. I've been doing stuff. Anyways, what I want to talk about for this here, first of all, is play one, which is the Mahomes flop. The Mahomes
my
flop play.
goodness.
Okay, that is really starting to get me towards the NFL is not the NBA. It should not look like that. That should not be allowed. That should have been a penalty for a flagrant flop. That's what that should have been.
Yeah.
That should have been a personal foul that degrades the integrity of the NFL. Okay, that degrades football. What type of game? Like, have you ever played a backyard football game where somebody did a flop? I've never heard of that in my life.
No.
That's not a thing you do in football. Take a flop to go out of bounds, and then
Yeah, that's some soft boy
yeah,
shit
that's
right there.
that's soft boy shit. That tells me that you don't think you can win this game, so you need to manipulate something to try to get the advantage. And that's exactly what we're starting to see out of Patrick Mahomes, and I'm starting to like him less and less, specifically because of the next play I want to talk about. Okay, this next play, he's out in the shotgun, he's moving around, doesn't have an open wide receiver, happens to have two of his, I think it's his left guard and his left tackle, end up migrating kind of over with him towards the left side of the pocket.
Yeah.
And then he gets past the line of scrimmage. Oh, he can't throw it anymore. So what does he do? He waits until he gets completely surrounded by defenders and then falls on the ground real quick and gets himself a personal foul penalty on the opposing team for a hit to the head. Didn't even hit him in the head. They hit each other.
Yeah.
It is soft football.
Yeah.
It is not what you want to see. It is worse than what you used to see out of the Tom Brady stuff. Like, Tom Brady stuff was bad.
Oh, yeah.
But this is blatant and obvious inside of the football game. Like, we all see it. Again, just to
So-
bring it back to the point of this isn't the NBA. You don't do those types of things. Nobody wants that quality of ball. Go ahead, Ben.
So back in Tom Brady's era,
Mm-hmm.
it was a tougher era defensively because people could
100%.
you could still light someone up.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yes.
So and he was before. What changed was when he tore his ACL in the first week 1 back in like 2000.
The Teddy Bridge or the
Like
Matt
10
Castle
or
year.
9 or the Matt Castle year, whatever year that was. Then that's when they started protecting quarterbacks way more.
Yeah, because they lost money because
Yeah.
Tom Brady wasn't on the
Yeah.
field.
So, I mean, it's ridiculous. And then there was a roughing the passer call on Will Anderson in this game as well. That was atrocious. It wasn't even close, dude. Like, it wasn't even close to roughing the passer.
Not in the slightest.
He had just gotten the ball off. There was no forcible contact to the head.
No.
Maybe incidental contact, but not forcible. He hit him in the chest first.
Yeah, clubbed
Didn't
him.
even knock him to the ground. Mahomes
Dumb.
he flopped on that one too. Like,
It's soft football.
it's BS and it's not going to. I don't think it's not going to change
I don't think so. Here's-
unless the NFL does something about these refs. Like,
Yeah, there needs to be a complete redesign of how the refs go about a football game.
Yeah, for
Because I
sure.
think that what is going on here now, yes, do you want to protect the quarterback who is, the hallmark of each one of these football teams?
Absolutely.
Yes, in some right you do. But do you also want to protect the integrity of NFL? Do you
Yeah.
want to do you want to keep football? And there is safety, and then there is just shenanigans. And this, my friend, is shenanigans.
yeah, so
it is.
This is ridiculous.
You don't
just
see it
do
on
what they
other-
do for the Pro Bowl, put flags around their waist, and play flag football, dude.
Yeah, no, honestly, you don't. And here's the other thing that I really wanted to highlight on it before we move into any of the other games and get off the topic of hating on Patrick Mahomes. You don't really see it happening anywhere else.
No. He's Mahomes is like really the only one who I've really been seeing get those type of calls.
Yeah. What's up with that?
So and guess what? You won't see it with Josh Allen, and you won't see it with Lamar Jackson.
Hell no.
And you won't see it with Jalen Carter.
No.
And you won't see it with Jaden Daniels.
no.
Because they're all more
running
mobile
guys.
quarterbacks and they can run the ball. And you won't see these guys get those flags because the refs know that these guys can take off and run.
Mm-hmm. And the
Like-
funniest part is the play that one play that we highlighted out The one where he had the guard and the tackle with him and then got the personal foul for the two guys hitting heads,
Yeah.
the two Houston Texan players. That's exactly what we're talking about right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like to the keys of keys. Patrick Mahomes can go run down the field. He crosses the line of scrimmage and gets tackled. It's a penalty. Whereas Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen are literally getting sandwiched and destroyed. And that's completely fine because they are a defendable runner at that point in time. But Patrick Mahomes isn't.
Yeah, no.
No, not our baby.
Not Mahomes. Never Mahomes.
Anyways, moving on from this game, obviously the Kansas City Chiefs and the refs progressed to the next round. They're in the AFC Championship game. I think it's for the 7th time in a row.
Yes.
I believe that's the number.
7th year in a row they've made the AFC title game.
Craziest stat about that, Patrick Mahomes, how many years has he been the starting quarterback?
All 7.
All 7 of those. So, I mean, he is a great, I'll tell you this, he three-peats regardless of the BS from the refs. He moves up to the second greatest or greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, he's starting for that argument for sure.
You know?
I mean, he already has a start for that argument.
Right.
But,
he has a big foundation for it, but it's just going to, kind
it's
of
just
put
gonna
the
bolster
steeple
it.
on top of that.
Yeah, just going to bolster it. Like,
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. So we'll see what happens. We obviously have another team, the only team that beat them in the regular season, coming up next.
yeah.
Well, I mean, other than did the Broncos beat them last week? Yeah, but they played backups. I'm not counting that game with Carson Wentz. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to clarify.
Yeah.
But yes, the Bills. I'm going to jump into that game next. Then we'll cover the NFC. This game was pretty great. It came down to the same play that the Baltimore Ravens have used on every 2-point conversion that you've seen them run in probably the last 6 games. So it's kind of like, bro, we all know what you're doing. Now, in their defense, they should have gotten it.
It was open.
They should have gotten it. Unfortunately for Mark Andrews, who had a great game.
Yeah.
He caught the touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the one who caught the touchdown, or was it
No,
likely?
it was Isaiah Likely.
It was likely. I knew it was a
Isaiah
tight end. I wasn't sure which one off the top of my head. But yeah, he had a great game regardless. But dude, just kills like a day to forget
a killer
immediately.
Drop. A catch that he'll make, normally 10 out of 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped that 11th one.
It's just
like
it kind of felt to me like he was too sure that he already had it in his hands.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so cold outside that
Yeah.
his body didn't react the same way that he expected it to.
Yeah.
It's
So-
unfortunate for him.
and he had that terrible tweet before the game.
Oh no, I didn't see the tweet.
Oh,
before
the tweet?
What
it
is
was just him warming up with just a tank and shorts on
Okay.
and whatnot. And he's like, and the tweet just said, little snow ain't going to bother me none. Or something like that, paraphrasing.
Well,
Like,
apparently
little snow
it
ain't going to
did.
bother me. But it did in the most critical play of the game.
100%. They were without Zay Flowers in this game, so that was a back set for them. However, Bateman kind of once again filled in the shoes.
Bateman, he's been stepping up without Flowers.
Absolutely.
in the lineup.
Absolutely has. He actually had a pretty decent season. Over the last couple, he's been plagued with injuries.
Yes.
But this season, he's been in for most of it, and he has been productive. For a first-round pick, you expect at least some numbers out of him, and he's finally doing it.
Yeah,
Because
he's showing
Bateman,
up,
when he got drafted first round, it was kind of looking bust pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like real quick.
Yeah.
Ended up with 66 yards and a touchdown. Like he said and corrected me on, Isaiah Likely had that touchdown that almost got them tied up. He had 73 yards on 4 catches. Henry, a good day as well. Some stats over on the Bills side
Henry
of the
had
football.
an average day.
Oh, what's that?
He had an average day.
I guess so. 5
That's a
yards
good day
carry.
that's a good day for like
anyone else.
For anyone else, but Derrick Henry and like Barkley, that's an average.
True, and to his defense, and it's not
almost
much
a below
defense.
average day.
I don't really want to defend Derrick Henry all that much because he doesn't need it most of the time.
No.
But third, fourth quarter, he didn't play very much because they were trailing.
Yeah,
they had
were-
Justice
yeah.
Hill in majority of that time
Yeah.
period. So he did have less time on the field than normal. Josh Allen, though, pedestrian numbers, but big win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he wasn't.
Like-
He wasn't really great throwing the ball.
Or running the ball.
Or running the ball.
He ran 10 times for 20 yards, got 2 We'll give it to him. He got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
These were on short yardage plays, but it was a very, very hard-fought battle. That's
Yeah.
basically what you can see from these numbers. If he was able to win the game with 127 yards and 20 yards rushing, and,
I mean, his
16
biggest-
to 22 is not terrible, but
He didn't throw an interception.
yeah, mistake-free football wins football.
He didn't have a
games.
fumble, right?
Not
think
to
so.
my memory.
Yeah, no.
I
So
don't
he
remember
didn't turn the ball over at all. You know, he's still clearly the leader of that team.
Absolutely.
You know, so.
Ray Davis got involved a little bit in this football game as well. I think that next year, guys, someone to take a look at for fantasy football in those late rounds, those like round 14, 15, 16,
yeah.
Ray Davis. Put him on the board. Remember his
He'll be a
name.
nice cuff to have.
He'll be a great cuff to have, I think. Also, gets used. You know what I'm
He
saying?
does get, yeah, even
he
like
gets used.
Yeah,
So I like him a lot.
they got a nice 1-2 punch.
They do have with him and Cook, and then they even kind of spell in
yeah.
Ty Johnson a little bit in there.
More
every
of
once
like
in
a
while.
pass
More of a
catching
pass
back.
guy. But yeah, I like them both. Ray Davis runs hard. He reminds me of Frank Gore mini. That's because he just runs like a barrel, basically.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about him. On this, we're all hoping that the Bills can pull it together next week.
Yeah,
I hope
dude,
they can
like,
repeat.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that it's Bills Chiefs again, but I mean, I'd much rather see the Bills move on than the Chiefs.
100%. Only thing that I can say on that as we look forward to that game, let's hope it doesn't come down to overtime and a coin flip. I know they changed the rules, but it doesn't seem to frickin' matter. Anytime
no.
Josh Allen has to do a coin flip, Patrick Mahomes ends up getting
I
the
hate
win.
the new overtime rule. Just go back to sudden death. Like,
I'm 50-50 on it.
I
If
hate
it was
the
my
overtime
team and
rule.
they scored a touchdown and I wanted an opportunity, I would
hey
want the
man, you know
opportunity.
what? You can stop them.
True.
You
Let's
can
take-
do it. It's been done.
Yeah, it has been done, but I still would like a chance. I think it adds to the game. I think it makes it a little bit better because it's playoffs. Your team just
Yeah,
can't get
I-
eliminated
I-
off a touchdown. The whole season's over. You know what I mean?
Hey, should have stopped them.
Let's take a look at this Rams and Philly game. This game, it had its ups and downs. There was points in time that you thought the Rams had no chance. You thought the Eagles had pulled away. The Rams very quickly were able to get down the field, make a stop, and then almost make another attempt to tie up the football game, potentially take the win.
Yep.
Came down to Matt Stafford on I think it was 3rd down and 4. He drops back. He gets sacked by Jalen Carter. That brings up 4th down.
Yep.
He drops back again, tries to look for Puka on a slant to the out, around like the 5-10 yard line. Unfortunately, Matt Stafford overthrew the ball. It goes out of bounds. There wasn't even a chance for a jump ball on it. Rams, your season is over. However, it was a good season. Let's be
It was a good
completely
season
honest.
for the Rams.
For the way that they started to be able to watch extra football here in December and January, you should feel blessed. That's my opinion on that because
sure.
starting the season, it didn't look too hot. When Cooper Kupp was almost traded away, it really looked like it was rebuilding time. That those rookies on defense really started to make something. Those guys who were filling in for Cooper Kupp and Puka throughout the year who were injured had that chemistry for Matt Stafford late in the season. So you just had a rotating door of players with ability to sync up with him. So I think that the Rams have a bright future. It's quarterback problems for them. Is it going to be Matt Stafford again next year?
Yeah.
Does he retire?
Because he's thinking retirement.
He's thinking retiring, but he said he's going to wait a little time. He's gonna like sit it out, have some family time, discuss it with everyone.
Let it marinate.
That kind of sounds like retire to me. But going to the playoffs kind of makes you think that maybe he pushes himself back in.
Maybe
one more
they
year.
get one more chance, which I think they will because
He looks good.
Their defense is young and talented up front. I like what I see there from the Rams. Puka Nacua is one hell of a wide receiver.
He's awesome.
He
is.
Yeah, he's wide receiver 1 there in my opinion now.
Cooper
Just
Kupp might be out.
because he's younger than Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's still solid.
Yeah.
But he's older. I think he's kind of losing his step.
His contract's up.
And his contract's he'll probably stay with the Rams though.
So
He seems like a one hat kind of guy.
he does seem like a one hat kind of guy. I will say though that in his next day interview, so I guess like his Monday interview, his game was on Sunday. Yeah. His Monday interview, he did mention that he's not sure what the future holds for him with the Rams.
Okay.
So they all kind of say that going into the offseason. You don't want to say, yeah, I'm going to go back with the Rams. Then no teams call you and you could potentially get more money somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
Steelers.
we'll see. We'll see where he ends up. In this game, Kyron Williams had a pretty
You
good
hear
game.
this? Hey, Mike T. If you get Cooper Kupp, I'll be one happy dude. They need one.
They need a couple.
I know they need one.
They need a couple.
Hey, George Pickens there's a good probability he gets traded away this year.
There's
this offseason.
There's a lot of talk in Pittsburgh media that George Pickens does get taken away, and if so, Cooper is a good bridge wide receiver. We'll call him for the next round of guys coming in.
Draft somebody, bring in Cooper Kupp or Devontae Adams.
Egbuka.
Yeah.
That's who I want.
Take Ibuka at the 21st pick.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. On the side of the Eagles, Jalen Hurts. Now, I always and will continue to always get flack from Eagles fans, but that guy doesn't look all that great, dude.
Because he's not all that great.
We were kind of talking about it during the national championship game and a little bit on Sunday night. There is no way that talent-wise he is in the same tier as the AFC Superhouse players.
No.
No,
when it comes to quarterback, AFC has the upper hand for that.
By like 4 guys.
Yeah.
Like there's 4 dudes who are all clearly better than Jalen Hurts, and that's Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes. There is no argument there. Don't try to have an argument with me about it. You're wrong. That's the answer to it.
So
you do have the best running back though in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, dude.
He's him. He's the man.
Did you see?
Like,
I want to know if you've seen this on this play. The one that it's the touchdown that there was snow on the ground now.
yeah.
He looks over, knows what the play call is, looks at Jalen Hurts while he's like checking down, looking at the defense, and goes, "Watch this," and then goes off for like a 70-yard touchdown,
I watched
dude.
that play.
That was so. I was literally like, "Bro, that is fire!" And then he's going down the field, slamming himself on the head,
he
hyping
does the
himself
windmill.
up.
But he always does when he scores.
Dog, that is as much as I am not rooting for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, you're a dog. You're
love
awesome.
Barkley. I love Saquon
Like
Barkley, dude.
that is what it is. We did see our boy AJ Brown reading on the sideline again.
Yeah.
Again, I want a copy of that
Well,
book.
what did he do in this game?
AJ Brown, not that much to be honest. 2 for 14. He kind of got bottled up by that backfield that we didn't think was very good.
And weather conditions.
Weather
in
conditions
Philly
played into
a
it.
factor.
20 attempts only by Jalen Hurts as well.
It's not like they were slinging the ball around. They were
No.
running it with Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, when Saquon Barkley has 205 yards on 26 carries for 8 yards a carry, you don't really need to do much else.
Yeah.
I will tell you this: the strong defense of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the other thing that they have, right?
Yeah.
They've got Saquon, who's really good. And I mean, I know the AJ and Hurts are great, but they are not the top tier guys. Saquon and the Philly defense are top of the line.
They
didn't do as good against the Rams as you would expected. You thought that they would kind of slow them down, maybe. I know you thought the Rams were going to win. I kind of thought, the clothes are done in the dryer.
Nice.
Anyways, I thought that it would be, the Eagles really slowing down Matt Stafford. He was going to be getting very little time to do absolutely anything. That was kind of true, but still, Matt Stafford, great day. More yards than the Eagles have.
The Rams O-line is better than people think.
For sure.
But the Eagles also have the best offensive line in the NFL right
They
now.
sure do. And they might have the best interior defensive lineman as well. Because Jalen Carter's pretty dang good.
Yeah, he's up there. He's definitely one of the better in the league.
He's
for
the one who
sure.
blew up that third down play that really – because, if you were watching this live, guys, the momentum that the Rams offense had felt like there was like a no chance clause in there for Philadelphia. There is no chance that we are going to be able to stop them. Let's just try to get the ball back with a couple seconds on the clock to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Jalen Carter kind of saved the day for them. They will move forward into the next round. That game is on Sunday, I believe, at 3 o'clock against the Washington Commanders, who we're going to cover next. What an upset game. I'm excited for that. That is the game I'm the most excited for.
Yeah, same.
I am Commanders all the way. Let's open up and take a look at that game a little bit here. Commanders, 45 points.
Yeah.
45 points.
28 in the second quarter.
I'll say this. One thing that did stink was the guy that we were talking about. It was me. I forgot. You were at a birthday party or something.
Yeah.
So as we were talking about Amik Robertson this weekend, I was saying, the cornerback who's going to be on Scary Terry is going to be Amik Robertson. That might affect whether or not Terry gets a lot of yards because Amik has been shutting people down recently. Like 7th play of the game, maybe even before that, Amik Robertson breaks his arm.
Yeah, I saw that, and that was disgusting.
Yeah, I
That was-
straight up said, wow, I just announcer jinxed this guy. This is my first ever announcer jinx.
Yeah,
I feel
that
really
was
bad.
that was gruesome because when they went to commercial, they like freeze framed on his arm.
It was like an
and like
NL.
it was there for like at least like a couple seconds, and it's like wow, like his arm is destroyed.
Nasty.
It was I can't.
Nasty. It
hurt.
was a nasty
It
look.
hurt. It was just as bad as watching like oh man.
Even Deshaun
Anderson
Watson when
Silva
he popped his
when he broke his leg.
Okay, yeah,
against
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Weidman.
That one's even more gruesome. Or, you know what? I think it's funny, not funny for the Lions, but they've had the most gruesome injuries because how about Aiden Hutchinson's leg?
Yeah, the way
bending
he broke
across.
his leg. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. In this game, guys, it was a phenomenal performance by Commanders offense. Just going to run over a couple stats here for you. Jaden Daniels, 299 yards through the air, 51 yards on the ground, 31 passes, 22 completions, 16 carries. The guy is so good at football.
Yep.
He is so good at I don't know if I've seen a rookie come out and be this good immediately since maybe RG3 or Mike Vick.
Was he a top 10 pick still? Or did he fall out of top 10 in the draft for the Commanders when the Commanders took him? Was it
Jaden Daniels?
Yes.
He was the number 2 overall pick.
It was a number 2 overall pick.
He was the number 2 overall pick.
I thought he fell for some reason.
No,
I'm thinking of somebody else. Anyways, it's always the second quarterback
Who's better?
who's better than
A la
the number
C.J.
one
Stroud.
pick. Yeah. Except for, well, did Eli Manning go number? Or not Eli, Peyton Manning.
Peyton went number 1 overall.
He went number. Okay, so that was the only case where the number 1 overall pick was better than the second quarterback drafted because
In
Ryan
recent
Leaf
years.
was the second quarterback drafted in that year's draft, and he was awful.
I wonder who was drafted after Jamarcus Russell. Chat, pop in for us if you know who was drafted before or after Jamarcus Russell, because I think he was a number 1 pick as well.
He was a number overall
You know,
pick because he
take
could throw a ball like 80
2
yards
million yards
from
yeah,
his knees.
but also
Like-
could eat 70 hot dogs.
Never watched
before a game.
film.
Yeah, never watched film. A guy who did well in this game, who has been having a lot of slow games as of recent, basically since about week 5-6, has been one of the not so trustable running backs in the NFL. Brian Robinson Jr., 15 carries, 77 yards, averaging 5 a carry, 2 touchdowns. That's a great game.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to mention, and this is against one of my favorite players, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, there's a guy who got drafted before me on the other side. I think his name's De'Ami Brown. I'll be watching for him. Well, I hope you did because he had
showed up.
6 catches for 98 yards, and last week he was amazing as well. Again, another late season blooming wide receiver who's just coming through.
I think he's in his 3rd year now.
He is in his 3rd year. I had mentioned this before, but for any of you Madden nerds out there, if you need a cheap wide receiver for your slot
'Cause
who's
he's
amazing,
fast.
De'Ami Brown is so good. He's so good. You could trade a 7th-round pick for him and get him immediately. Scary Terry had an awesome play in this game. He had a touchdown on it. 87 yards for him on 4 catches. The other touchdown catch was Zach Ertz, old reliable, is what I was calling him throughout
yeah.
the old game,
Yeah.
the whole game, and he was. It was like anytime the pass was to him, it was a crucial either 2nd down and long. We need to get it short so we can go for it and get something on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Or it is 3rd down and like 6, and we need this right now.
Yeah.
So Zach
Mr.
Ertz,
Dependable.
Yeah,
I got the
exactly.
the answer
Mr.
to your
Dependable.
question here, I think.
Oh yeah,
It was Megatron.
Megatron. Okay, yeah. Okay. For the Jamarcus Russell class. Okay.
What about the quarterback? Who was the next quarterback taken after?
Yeah, Red,
Jamarcus
if you have
Russell?
that list up, let us know who's the quarterback. Jen, what's up, homie? Long time no see.
It was actually
Parr says
Derpy
it was
over on
Calvin
YouTube
Austin.
who
though.
got us the answer, by the way.
Brady
Shout out
Quinn.
Oh, Brady Quinn was drafted after Jamarcus Russell, the next
Brady-
quarterback.
Brady Quinn isn't exactly terrible. I wouldn't
But
say
he wasn't
great.
good. I mean, he's still bust category.
He
Like,
was 3rd, 4th tier kind of style guy.
He was-
Derpy
he
says
was
it's
still a
Calvin
bust.
Austin. Derpy, glad to see you over on the Red app chat because of where we're live. We can't say the name of that, but that's okay. We're happy you're here, Derpy. Derpy is a Steeler fan, so we finally have
Yeah.
some Steeler fans joining us for once. Rocking my Pulamalu
what do you
jersey
think about
today.
Tomlin? Derpy.
Yeah, Derp, let us know what you think about
Derp.
Tomlin. Red
What
says,
do you think about Tomlin? Should he stay or should he go?
should he stay or should he go? No.
I mean, he's not going to go, but
I don't think he's going to go
no,
until he
he's
wants
not
to retire.
because he's not going to go. Yeah.
Red says the 2007 draft class was poo-poo kachoo, and I kind of agree with them.
Yeah.
Let's finish up on the last game or last bit of NFL talk here, and then we're gonna hop into chat with you guys. Just kind of want to cover, Ben, with you for these two games on Sunday. Reminder to everyone who's watching across all platforms, we're gonna be live for this for the entirety of it. So
Yes, sir.
we'll be live around 2:45. We'll jump in a couple minutes early so that we can talk betting strategies for this game with everybody, see where everybody's at. We'll have our own parlay ready for you if you want to follow along with us. I had a bet with LG Jordan. Dude, if the Commanders wouldn't have missed one of those 2 field goals in the game,
Yeah.
I would have made $190, and he would have also cashed out.
Damn.
A missed field goal missed us out on some money. So
Yeah.
we're coming back at it this week.
I actually had an 8-leg parlay
Of course you did.
for the Commanders Lions game.
Did
I
it hit?
missed by 2.
Well,
Two
you
legs.
should have done 6
I
instead
know,
of 8.
I know.
In this game, Ben, where do you see advantages, disadvantages? These two teams have already played each other twice this season. Obviously, I'm talking the NFC East NFC Championship game. Personally, I am rooting for the Commanders. We know that. Where do you see differences in the two teams that have become holes for either one of them?
Oh man, it's for me. It's the Commanders' defense. Can they slow down Saquon Barkley? That's the biggest question.
They did an okay job with Gibbs. Not an amazing one, but
Yeah.
enough. They outscored Gibbs enough, basically, is what they did.
Yeah.
It wasn't really about stopping him. It was about scoring more points than he could.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I
I
mean?
think that's kind of attributed to the Lions being banged up on defense. I mean, they did have Anzalone back.
They
and
got a couple
whatnot,
guys back,
but
yeah.
they don't have their best pass rusher. Didn't have him all year. What was the name again? The corner,
Oh, Amik Robertson was
Meek
it?
Robinson.
Yeah, the one who's
He's
injured.
like their better cornerback, right?
He is. He's
I don't really know much about.
he's
their
their tight man guy who's going to, if you want to lock somebody down, that's who they're going to send.
Yeah. So and then they lose him in the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they were banged up. The Eagles, however, are not banged up on defense. Zach Baum, the linebacker, having a defensive
Axeman.
player of the year type
He's very good.
season.
Very good. After being a
Very
special teams
good.
guy.
Yeah, they're rookies on the back end with Mitchell and
Guantanamo Bay.
the white guy,
Oh. You're
the other white guy, not Blankenship.
Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't think of his name.
No, they're
whatever
both
it is.
they are
They're
both
all
great.
Their secondary is very good. Up front, they're very good as
Yeah.
well. With Sweat and my goodness, why am I having these brain
They
farts
have
today?
Sweat. They have Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter,
they have
and then-
Bryce Huff from
Yeah.
the Jets, who they brought over this
Yep,
season.
yep.
So they have a lot of names there. Brandon Graham's obviously out for the season with that torn pectoral.
Yeah.
So he is out. But
I mean, he's a vocal leader in that.
he is.
in
He
that
is.
locker
He's still
room,
on the
too.
sideline doing that, regardless of
Oh,
not
yeah.
being in the football game. So you're saying that you think that the thing that is going to be the defining factor in this football game is most likely going to be the Commanders' defense, and if they can stop Saquon specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. I can kind of agree with you on that. Now, in the last game, very close. This is the one that Jaden Daniels led the last second drive down the field, 2 seconds on the clock, hits him for the touchdown to
Yeah.
Crowder.
Yep.
I kind of feel that is how this game might go again.
I agree.
I kind of feel like it's either going to be something like that, or let me tell you, in my head, for some reason, I'm thinking that the winning team will be 38-28. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I've been thinking that 38-28
So-
might be the score at the end.
Yeah, no, as long as the Commanders, if they can keep Barkley in check, I think they'll be in this game for sure.
Yeah, I
So-
think that because of what we just looked at stat-wise for Jalen Hurts, obviously because Saquon was doing so well, Jalen Hurts did not have to try as hard, therefore didn't make any mistakes.
Yep.
Also, kind of rusty. Yeah, I mean, it's cold out too when you're playing cold football and you haven't played in a while. It's not the easiest to get moving and be as good as you can be. Not an excuse, in my opinion, when you're paid millions of dollars. But I think this. I think if the Commanders' defense, this is big if Commanders' defense can slow down Saquon enough, okay? And that means keeping him under 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, enough. If they can do that, I think that Jaden Daniels can produce enough points on the opposite side of the field for them to win this football game because Jalen Hurts will not be able to throw them into a win.
I agree.
If they are playing from behind, Jalen Hurts will not be able to throw them into a win. That is my opinion on that.
No. For the Eagles, I think for the Eagles to get this one, they need to start hot and then stay hot in the first half.
Keep it going, yeah.
Like
The exploitation has to stay.
If they're
going
to do it, they start with Barkley, and if he takes off, for a big run for a touchdown
32 carries.
That's demoralizing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if
he burns them early, yeah, for sure. I mean, it did it to the Rams for a minute there. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And he can do it late too. He doesn't have to. They don't even have to start off hot. He can do it late. Just take over a game.
Yep. It's a dagger to the ribs, and as soon as he takes off for a 60-yard touchdown, you're completely like, God. We did 16 plays, 11 minutes to get down the field, and this guy just did one play and got the whole way down for a touchdown and completely negated everything we did. Yeah. That's where I'm at on this game. I'm taking the Commanders. I don't care that they are the underdogs. I'm taking the number 7 seed to have the historic first rookie to go to the Super Bowl season. I'm taking the Commanders.
I'm also going to take the Commanders in this one.
It's because you don't like the Eagles.
It's not because I don't like the Eagles.
Okay.
It's just underdog. There's the 7th seed.
Yeah, 7th seed story is the best.
They can join the Steelers and even like the Giants for being the last seed. Oh, they weren't the last seed. They were the 5th seed or something like that. I don't remember. But like
being the late seed,
being one of the later seeds to get to the Super Bowl is not. It just doesn't happen all the time.
100%. The next game that we're going to talk about here, the only other one, obviously. I don't think that any – so if you had a map of the world, the entire map of the world outside of Missouri would probably be blue for the Bills. And then Missouri would be red for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anyone outside of Kansas City or if you're like some bandwagon fan that is rooting for the Chiefs to do anything. I am big hope, Josh Allen. I think that this game is high scoring. I think this game is one of those, like, it may be boring for those type of people who don't like to watch a game be a blowout to start and then be a comeback. You know what I mean? I think that could be something. I think that maybe the Bills get an early big lead and Patrick Mahomes chips away towards the end. We start to get some floppy penalties that gets him in position to potentially take the win.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel this goes. Obviously, I'm going to take the Bills. I'm going to take the score to be 31-23, I think, so an over 50 for that one. I think the Commanders and Eagles could be an over 55 game, not even going to lie there. I like Josh Allen's legs in this football game, and then I also like the Buffalo Bills' ability to rush the passer and make it a problem for Patrick Mahomes. That was their key to success in their victory last time.
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking it has to be. And before I let you go there, James Cook. I think it has to be a big James Cook involvement.
Yep.
He has to make yards out of what he's given.
Yep.
He has to.
Big time.
What do you got on this?
I'm hoping the Bills absolutely curb stomp the Chiefs.
Just ruin them.
Just ruin them. Like just. Oh man, so many
Demoralize them
analogies
completely.
I want to say, but I can't say.
Yeah, you got to keep yourself filtered, brother. I mean, it's in Kansas City, so if the Bills are to beat the Chiefs, not only is it going to kill the team's morale, and they're probably going to do a little bit of getting rid of a guy or two to rebuild for next season.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to rebuild.
No, they don't really need to.
But the Chiefs fans will all have to walk out of their losers, and it's been a while since they've walked out of their losers. And sorry, Chiefs fans. I don't even care about the. It's not about the fans. It's just I don't want to see the team win at all. Oh yeah, well,
so
yeah.
Which Buffalo is capable of curb stomping them.
They are, but also
they're capable of it.
The Chiefs are capable of manipulating the gameplay of this game, keeping Josh Allen off the field.
Yeah,
and from there it'll become a big problem because let's talk about this. Patrick Mahomes has the best set of wide receivers that he's had all season right now.
Yes, he does.
He has everybody.
Yes, he does.
He has DeAndre Hopkins. He has
minus Rice. Rasheed Rice.
Oh, Rasheed Rice. Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, he has everybody outside of Rice, but he's been IR for a while. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he's not
everybody that he
coming
could
back,
have
but-
back. Everybody that he could have back.
I think Rice is probably their best receiver.
Oh, he definitely is. I mean, you have DeAndre Hopkins, so like over career, DeAndre's
He's
more
got the career,
prestigious
but I
one.
mean, he's out of his prime.
Hollywood Brown's really been used in that offense a lot recently.
Yeah,
And
they like Hollywood Brown.
I think that it's scary that you have not only Worthy, but Brown on the opposite side. So if you
Yeah.
only have one speedster cover corner, you're screwed. You're absolutely
Because
screwed.
both of those guys can fly.
And the RPO game has gotten a lot more dangerous when you have those two players out there.
Yeah.
You have Travis Kelce, who is great at doing the pitch block, where he just chips and then is immediately open. I think it's crazy still, as you watch every single Chiefs game, somehow Travis Kelce is open in the middle of the field every play.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, what the heck? How did you?
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, in this one, Ben, like I said, I think it's the Bills. Are you taking the Bills as well?
I'm taking the Bills. I don't actually think they're gonna curb stomp them. I wish they would or
think it's
will.
gonna be close?
I hope they do, but I think it's gonna be close, and I think the Bills will get the better of the Chiefs this year.
I think so too. I think so too, and that is more just hopeful thinking than actual. How about this?
Yeah, this
that
is
is complete bias.
Yeah, this is bias because normally what I normally would do is I can't pick against the Chiefs. But I'm picking against the Chiefs this week.
I'm done with it.
Maybe because I don't want to see them get the Super Bowl.
One of our always in our chat followers, Bruce. We apologize, man. He's our residential Chiefs fan, Bruce. We can't have it, brother. We just can't have it. Ben, I did want to kind of look at the national championship game with you here just for a minute, more or less because it's fresh in our minds, and there are going to be some guys in that football game who we will see in NFL uniforms next year.
100%.
So in this game, obviously, for 90% of it, it wasn't close at all. Not in the slightest.
Yeah, it wasn't looking too great.
It was 21-0 going into halftime, and it didn't look like the Notre Dame offense was going.
21-7.
Or what did I say?
21-0.
Oh yeah, 21-7. Sorry,
Notre Dame scored first.
they were the first. They scored on their first drive or second drive. Did they
First
not?
drive, the opening drive. They scored.
It
on
was the opening drive.
Yep.
Dope. Anyways, I wanted to talk about a couple players out of this game. A couple guys that I think who are going to be impact players throughout the NFL moving forward. Obviously, I wish that Jeremiah Smith was eligible for the draft because God, he is crazy.
He's good,
dude.
He's good.
He's crazy.
He's
good.
just that Ohio State tradition of having awesome wide receivers.
100% through the years. They basically are wide receiver U, in my opinion, followed by Alabama. Those are the two schools.
LSU.
Okay, I'm totally wrong. It is LSU. But, I mean, LSU only has
I think it's Ohio State, LSU, Alabama.
I'll tell you this.
In that order.
LSU doesn't have the back in history, guys, whereas Ohio State does.
That's why they're number one.
Right, exactly. A couple guys, though, that I think that are the major names to talk about in this out of Ohio State when we're looking at the draft. Travion Henderson. You got Quinshon Judkins.
Yes.
You also have the quarterback, Will Howard, who I think is kind of like a day 3 pick.
Yeah, he's late day 2, day 3.
Maybe
pick.
late day 2.
He's a developmental quarterback. He's gonna need developed.
Remind me, is it first round at day 1, and then is day 2 just 2 and 3, or is it 2, 3, and 4?
So, day 2 is just rounds 2 and 3.
That's what I thought. So
and then day 3 is 3 or 4 or 5.
yeah, so I think he goes 5th round, maybe late 4th. So I think he is a day 3 regardless.
Okay.
He's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I could see Will Howard or Riley Leonard on the opposite side of the football there. I could see them being guys who you see them in preseason and you go, wow, that's pretty impressive against these backups. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then whoever their starting quarterback is gets injured for like a week or two. They pop in, play above average, and then they sit in the background on the bench as the whole season as their fans go, well, what about this guy? You should put this guy in. Put him in. So
Maybe.
I kind of feel like that could be Will Howard and Riley Leonard's future. That's just how I kind of see them. I don't see them as immediate plug-and-play starters, obviously. You got guys like Jalen Milroe. You've got Shadur Sanders, Cam Ward in this draft. So guys like Will Howard and Riley Leonard, even though they're the national championship quarterbacks, they are not going to be found in the first couple rounds of the draft, I believe.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not rated very high with the experts.
No,
the
not at
draft
all.
analysis experts and everything like that.
If there is somebody on the team though that I think is a first round pick, and that is a 100% first round pick, I think it's got to be Emeka Egbuka.
For sure.
He's so good.
Yeah.
I've seen him. We were actually kind of talking about this before we went live. I've seen him being drafted in mocks to the Steelers.
Yep.
And I love that idea.
Me
I
too.
absolutely love that idea. I think it's great. I think the Steelers need to add one, kind of like a Cooper Kupp or the guy we were just talking about, DeAndre Hopkins, level veteran.
Yes.
Okay, we can't have Van Jeffersons.
No.
That's not a veteran presence.
He ain't it.
No. If you imagine if DeAndre Hopkins was on our sideline, how much of a good talk he would have had with George Pickens and how different he would be. He needs a leader in the locker room because he is not a leader in that locker room.
So, but I mean, George Pickens might not be here next season.
True. We're gonna see. Quinyon, both of the running backs for Ohio State, I kind of see those guys as maybe third rounders, but late, but definitely fourth and fifth rounders. Henderson.
Judkins can go second round.
You think Judkins is that good?
I think he's that good.
I just don't think he has any pass game
But
ability.
he'll probably. So the only running back in this draft who's probably going to go in the first round is Genty.
Yeah, Genty,
Boise State.
100%. I
So
think
he's probably going to be the only one going in the first round. I could see Judkins going as high as in the second round.
okay.
So-
and Henderson going as late as 5.
I can see same with. Henderson could be like a third, fourth round pick.
Okay. I do think that either one of those guys would complement our guy Jaylen Warren, who I think the Steelers are going to be bringing back pretty well.
Absolutely.
I think they would be a good mix. What I've been looking at, and just another college player to take a look at who's out there, Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina also looks great. I think he would be a nice addition for the Pittsburgh Steelers to go along with Jaylen Warren. And then finally, Ollie Gordon. You got to check out Ollie Gordon.
Okay.
This guy is dope. I think it's Oklahoma State or Oregon State. They have the same exact colors. They're black and orange. So I get confused. It's either Oregon or Oklahoma State that he plays for. But he is very good. And I mean very, very good. And not getting a lot of talk behind him. So I want to see the Pittsburgh Steelers actually take him in the second round.
Really?
I'd like to see that. I would love to see that.
I think they could still wait. I think they have higher priorities than a running back for the second round.
For sure.
Because, I mean, guys like Bo Scadaboo or even Henderson or maybe even Judkins could be available in like the third round.
True. Let me ask you this. Do you think that Scadaboo is a higher commodity than both of these guys?
See, I can't give like a definitive answer for that because I really didn't watch too much college football. This year. So, I mean, I watched some, but like not enough to be like, oh yeah, this guy is definitely way better than this guy, or like he would fit this team better or whatnot.
I feel you.
I mean, I feel like they're both pro ready.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I think that there is going to be in this draft class. There is going to be what we're going to see is a lot of good running backs come out of this one. I think this is going to be a running back class.
Oh yeah,
There's
a lot of good running backs.
There's a lot of depth at running back, and I think that the reason why we're going to see that is because regardless of the ones who flake off, the ones who move forward are going to be extremely good. I think we got like 3 Bucky Irvings sitting in this draft.
Yeah,
I'm not even lying. I think there's 3 Bucky Irvings sitting out here.
Mid to late round picks showing up.
Somebody between 2 and 5.
So
a couple of them. They're going to be really good.
Yeah.
Other things I wanted to cover with you, Ben. We've had some coach movement across the league. It's starting the carousel is starting to turn a little bit.
Yes, it is.
So first one I wanted to cover isn't the biggest news, but it's one of the latest news is that the Vikings have locked down O'Connell. He's going to be staying.
I did see that.
There was a lot of rumors that they might consider trading him. I don't know why the whole coach trade thing comes up every offseason. That's so dumb.
Well, I mean, you can trade coaches.
You can.
It's been done.
You know who one of the last coaches to be traded is? He's not in the league anymore.
Yeah.
And he won a Super Bowl against the team that they traded him away from the very next year.
John Gruden.
It is John Gruden. That is the answer. Good
So,
job.
Sean
Mark
Payton,
Revere.
too, didn't the Broncos get him?
Oh,
these
yeah.
days?
Sean Payton. I guess he technically got traded.
Yeah,
he got
technically
traded too. Yeah, you're right.
Uh,
he did. I forgot about him, but
Didn't the other guy, Ron Rivera, didn't he get traded?
If he did, it was for like a 5th-round pick, though.
Yeah. It
wasn't for
because
anything.
he went to Washington after
The Carolina Panthers. But the most notorious one is Gruden. Because
for
he
sure.
literally beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the following year, which
Absolutely.
is super cool.
Oh, Bill Belichick got traded to the.
From the Browns to the Patriots.
I think it was from the Browns to the Jets,
Yeah.
or from the.
Oh, okay.
From the Jets. Yeah. I think it was
Okay.
the Browns to Jets.
Okay. Another big ad. So we've seen that the Patriots have gotten their head coach, right? They're going with Vrabel. Do you know who they just signed today?
Mike McDaniels.
They brought back a familiar face in the
Actually,
offensive
someone had
coordinator.
it. Did someone have it in the chat?
Yeah,
think I saw it in the chat.
we had it up earlier as a comment in one of our posts. Yes. So the squad is all getting back together.
Yep. Getting the gang back together.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see Wes Welker signed as the wide receiver coach in the next week. Also wouldn't be surprised if they reach out to Flores and see if he wants his job back. Not playing around. Like, I literally think that they could get the boys back in town. Like, I really feel that way.
Oh my goodness.
Other news, this is the bigger news of the day. Bear down because Ben Johnson is going to Chi-Town. So far, he's starting to accumulate his team. Now, obviously, kind of what I was talking about on Saturday with a couple Bears fans, with a couple NFL people in general, is that when Ben Johnson, wherever he would have went, whether that's the Raiders, the Bears, whichever team, he was going to walk in there and need to bring along somebody who was a head coach before, who was a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, agreed.
And that is what he's looking to do. It looks like Dennis Allen from the Saints, the one who was fired halfway through the season this year.
Yeah.
It looks like he is going to be the guy who will be getting the job. Now, they haven't made that official yet.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, they're still looking around, but per the moment, he is a leading candidate. We'll see how that moves forward. Probably in the next day or two, we'll get some real defined answers because these teams are looking at the draft coming up here in free agency, so they're trying to get their staff together now.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robert Saleh's out there too for him, but I think he's trying. He wants a head coach.
He wants a head coaching job. That's another one I was going to talk about. So with the hiring of Ben Johnson, that affects a lot of people, guys. That there's a, like we said, a carousel. There's a whole pool of guys out here. You got McCarthy. That's who got affected the most because everyone thought McCarthy was going to be headed to the Bears if Ben Johnson didn't. There was a bidding war between the Bears and the Raiders for Ben Johnson. Ben decided to go to the Bears.
Yeah.
Probably a better organization.
I agree.
Better owner.
I agree.
You know, you had let me know, I didn't actually know this, the Bears, before signing Ben Johnson, offered a trade to the Steelers for Mike Tomlin.
Yep, and the Steelers didn't even pick up the phone.
I like it. I like it a lot. I know that you don't necessarily like it the most.
I would at least listen.
But I do. Derpy, let me know. Let me know what you think as our Steeler fan in chat here today. Do you think we should have or should not have listened to the trade for Mike Tomlin? Other guys who are out there, like I said, Mike McCarthy's kind of floating around. There's the Raiders job. There's the Jaguars job. The Jaguars have interviewed everybody. I have an interview on Thursday for the head coaching job there. I'm not going to take it. I'm staying with the Wombo Combo show. My deal breaker is they trade Trevor Lawrence. They said no, but we'll still go in for the interview. I think that's Robert Saleh's job. I've mentioned that to you before. I just kind of think that he fills in there perfectly.
I couldn't remember where I heard he was rumored to.
I just kind of feel like that is the best place for Robert Saleh. They have the defense already. All he has to do is bring in an offensive coordinator who's really good and kind of work with him. And I think that they can have the Jags back up and running in no time for a season and a half. And then they'll go back to where they're at right now. Because that's what the Jaguars do. They get good for a minute, and then they get terrible immediately afterwards again.
So Derpy mentioned Marcus Freeman as the option he thought we should maybe go out and look at.
Marcus Freeman. Okay, in the draft. Okay. I'll have to take a look at who that is.
I was thinking he was talking coach because that was in reference to the Steelers thing.
The Red app.
Marcus Freeman. I'm assuming is he the Notre Dame head coach? Because that name doesn't ring a bell to me unless that's who that is.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar personally, so not much.
Yeah,
me too.
But yeah, just in general, it's been a carousel at the coaching position. Obviously, Raiders
It's
are
every year though.
Raiders are going to fill in soon. There is the Jets as well. The Jets look like they're going to go after Aaron Glenn from the Lions, as the Lions coaching staff kind of falls apart
He's the D
there.
coordinator.
He's the defensive coordinator. They have an interview with him later this week. He's the lead candidate there. Kind of makes sense. Jets have a defense. Bringing an offensive coordinator maybe. And same deal as Robert Saleh, basically.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that all works out. Cliff Kingsbury might be available. Obviously, he's not taking calls right now because he's still in the playoffs. There's a lot of guys, a lot of big names that could be moving around before this next season starts. Arthur Smith, our offensive coordinator, is also one of them.
He's been taking head coaching interviews.
Yep. He went up to the Jets already and took an interview there. Don't really care whether he is or is not a part of the Steelers moving forward. He's not somebody that I am.
I don't see him leaving though. I don't see him getting an actual having a real chance.
No, I could see him getting
yet.
I could see him getting a college job, but I couldn't see him getting an NFL job. And he's obviously not going to get a better team to go to than the Steelers for the offensive coordinator position, given the style of offense that he schemes up.
Yes.
So that's kind of how I feel on that. What's that?
Maybe the Jets. No, because he interviewed for the head coaching job for the Jets. We'll
We'll
probably
see.
stuck with Arthur Smith again.
We're probably stuck with him. Yeah. Did you have anything else that you wanted to cover for today's episode? Anything else that flashed through this week? Any breaking news? Anything else that you wanted to mention?
Was there anything more breaking news? Anything I didn't?
Not off the top of my head that I can think about. Guys, I do want to remind you.
Yeah, no.
The schedule for this week is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've been going live on Saturdays with you to do watch parties. That's normally our Saturday podcast time. What we're going to have for you this week, I kind of mentioned it a little bit ago. We are going to be live all Sunday, all football time.
Yes, sir.
We will be there. We're going to be live on all platforms. Make sure you're tuned in for that. Make sure if you haven't already, slap that follow and subscribe button so that you get the notification when we are live. You guys know if you're a regular fan of ours, I do pop in and just kind of hang out with you guys at random points in time. Paul has been jumping in the live, and he's been playing a little video games with people as well.
Nice.
So
nice.
Make sure you're following. Make sure you subscribe. You'll get that notification so that anytime we're online, you can come in and hang out with us. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show today. We're going to have a live Q&A coming up here in just a couple seconds. If you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, or just want to voice your opinion, that's your time to do so. We hope you do. We'll see you in a couple minutes. But at that, we will see you on the next one, guys. Peace out.
Peace. Dude, we could sit here and talk about one game for probably an hour. One that we've watched together, at least. Or not even watched together.
Yeah. Paul, give us like 2 minutes.
Yep.
My toes are really cold.
Yeah, you can take that back now.
Dude, this kid, for those of you who are listening while we're in our just little in-between times, I was at work yesterday. I went live just to show everybody what it looks like at the ski lodge and everything, and showed them the hills. I got off of the live. My phone, it was so cold outside. My phone battery went from 50% to 1% as soon as I took it out of my pocket. It crashed the whole way down to 1%. And then when I warmed it back up, the battery went back up. But they had told me, they were like, oh man, this kid crashed. Because they could see the ski hill. So they were seeing kids fall down and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I did it. But I got down to the bottom of the hill for the end of my session to take my warm up and side break. And one of the kids who had fallen was sitting in the medical room. He broke his wrist.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I hate to see it.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. Every single shift, somebody breaks either their arm, they get a concussion.
Oh yeah.
Or they
Trying stuff they shouldn't be doing.
break a finger. Like every single time I work.
Yeah.
There's always someone who comes over and is like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, well, you just tried to do a 50-50 grind off of that rail and landed on your face. Like,
yeah. So the last time I went snowboarding, I tumbled into a pole. Thankfully, it had a big old like mat, like protector thing.
So
at
you
the
bounced
bottom
off of it.
I was scorpion position. You know.
Yeah.
Against the pole. After I had rolled about 50 feet.
Dude, the last time I went snowboarding, that's why I haven't yet since I started working here, I ripped my Achilles tendon. So that's a good reason to not want to.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably would just tear my knee up again, too, if I went. Like,
I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go on Thursday when I work next. I just got my shift switched around, so we're able to be live for Sunday.
Actually, you know what? I'll just wear my knee brace. I'll be fine. I mean, I wore my knee brace for the Turkey Bowl, and I was fine.
There you go. All right, Paulie. Send us.
Make sure you got YouTube up too.
Word.
It's up.
Derpy, I am now reading your comments, and you are freaking hilarious, dude. I'm so glad we got some more Yinzers in here, because you know the person who's most like a Yinzer in our entire chat is Red.
Yeah.
Because he's
not
always
even a
just
Yinzer.
trying to antagonize. I feel like that's like the Pittsburgh way to do things. Like someone will be like, yeah, we kicked your ass. And we'll be like, yeah, well, we have 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah, whatever.
What is up, everybody? We are back in live Q&A section. We don't have the computer with us to do our mock draft. The guys want to do a mock draft. They want to do a fantasy draft in the future.
Okay.
That's the next thing they want to do in
A
the
mock
Q&A.
fantasy draft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were saying that it might be better to do it on Sleeper. Do you have a certain preference to that for mock drafting?
Yeah, well, I mean, Sleeper is hands and feet above,
Is it?
head and shoulders above. Why do I always go hands and feet
I don't know.
above?
I was going to say feet's not really hard to be above.
I'm just dumb. But but yeah, no, Sleeper is the better app in my opinion.
Okay. Maybe that's where we'll do it at. What's up, everybody? We're just kind of chilling out now. This is more the Q&A section portion of the podcast. If you have anything that you would like to talk about or want to hear our opinion on it, of anything that's happened over the last week of football, well, that's what we're here for. I do want to let you guys know I am going to go.
Go ahead. Don't go.
Oh, I am going to start going live for a couple college basketball games. If any of you are a fan of a certain team, let me know, because I will specifically point those games out and watch those ones. But as the March Madness here is coming up in the next almost month, you know, we've got about 40 days until March Madness starts.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, right? The time flies.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure we're all caught up and ready as we jump into March Madness. So if you have a team affiliation, someone that you love, shout it out, because I will definitely make that a part of our podcast. Alum, what is up, homie? Yeah. How are you today? How is the snow in your area? Did it snow last night? I don't think it did.
Not really.
I think it just froze.
Yeah, everything just kind of froze.
Yeah.
It's because it quit snowing like around like
Alum, it is
7 or 8,
amazing.
7, 8, 9 or whatever. Sometime in the morning it stopped snowing.
Mm-hmm.
And then but we got blanketed. Like,
Terry.
like
Yeah, we did it first. Terry, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to the family. We're in the live Q&A section of our podcast. So, Terry, if there is any subject that you would like to talk about, sports-related, this is the time where we are completely opened up. All we do is go through chat and hang out with you guys during this period of time. So, yeah, if you got anything, Jer Bear, welcome in. Alum says, still hasn't snowed in... What? That's wild. I forgot you're in BC, Alum. Dude, how crazy is it that the West Coast, because we don't have to talk about sports-related stuff. You can talk about whatever, because I'm going to.
Yeah, I know, we can talk about whatever.
I think it is crazy that the West Coast, so today, started another round of 120-mile-per-hour winds off of the San Bernardino Mountains into
nice.
L.A., right? So they're worried about fires again. I don't know if another one has started or anything like that. Terry, go Commanders, absolutely.
Absolutely,
Can you see my jersey in the back? I got my Taylor jersey. I will be pulling this off the wall, and it'll be on my body all day on Sunday. Let's go Commanders, Terry. Who's my Super Bowl matchup? I want, Terry, this is what I want. I'm praying for this, Terry. I want Bills. I want Washington.
Yep.
That's who we want.
That's what we both want.
Yes.
So
That's what we want. Terry, who do you want? Obviously, Commanders. What AFC team do you think is easier for the Commanders to beat? Let us know.
Yeah.
Jen, what up, homie? It's long time no see. I know we seen you at the beginning of the podcast, and then we jumped into it. Glad to see you're back in here, dog. How's life? How you been?
We had a big fight this weekend, too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. We were live for it. We were live for some of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the stream services that we use, not the greatest.
Yeah.
So they kept cutting out on us. And then we got to the final fight. Who was it? I can't pronounce his name. You'll be able
Yeah, it was Makachev against
someone dumb.
I
A back out and fill
yeah,
in guy.
because
we didn't
what's
go
his
on that
name got injured.
like a week before or whatever,
Yeah, or
right?
literally like 2 days before.
Okay, Terry.
This guy came in on extremely short notice to
Yeah.
fight.
Parth, you better watch out, dude. Terry is a Commanders fan in chat, and we're riding with him. What's up, Parth? How are you today, brother? I Terry, would also like that. The Washington Bills rematch of 1991. Here comes Rachel. Eagles fans are flooding in
boy.
as the Commanders fans are talking their game right now. It might be a battle in chat. Junior, how you doing, bro? Jin, been terrible. LOL. Having Philly and Washington in the championship makes my heart hurt. AKA, I'm a Cowboys fan. Jin, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. What do you want? Who do you want for head coach?
Head coach.
Who do you want for your head coach?
Derpy's got a
What's
good
up?
question. 2008 or
Oh, yeah.
2010 defense?
Oh,
2010, brother.
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah. They changed rules because of that 2010 defense.
I like the 2010 team. Both were very good. Do not get me wrong, but I like the 2010 one better. I also like the 2010 offense better. Do you guys have any bets for tonight? Alum, I don't have any bets for tonight just because if I'm going to have you guys take money shots on something, I want to watch a little bit of it beforehand. And tonight we have a lot of college basketball. So I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to bet on it because I don't want to just waste money.
Yeah, no, the only thing I ever really bet on is the NFL. Sometimes UFC, like a bigger card.
When we get to the combo of NHL and NBA playoffs on at the same time,
Yes,
I'll put something down
I'll
there.
start doing that for playoff time. But there's just too many games throughout the week.
Yeah, to keep track. And if you're not a fan all the time, you know what I
and
mean?
I'm not a fan of either, really. I mean,
Right.
I like hockey. I do like basketball, but it's just that I don't really necessarily watch all that much.
Junior, I think that
Hockey more than basketball.
I think you'd be safe with 31 rushing yards for Jalen Hurts. A couple other ones in here. I just want to catch up with everybody. We've been chatty Cathy's today. Alum, drop your parlays in chat. Alum, I hope you have the Discord. Alum, did you get the Discord? If not, that's where we have everything compiled. Everyone, if you want to be a part of the Discord, that is no problem. We'll drop the link in the bottom there. It has all types of different chat rooms for memes, sports memes. If you're doing bets that you can share along with other users, get opinions. It's the Wombo Combo Central right there. So I'll make sure I get that out for you. Terry says, I'll bet on anything, dog. I'll bet on anything.
Yeah.
Whose shoe comes untied first? Rachel, what is up? Birds for life, baby. And Isaac, our boy who is on the mend with his ankle injury. Isaac, how are you this afternoon? Josh Allen, please save us.
Please.
That is absolutely right, brother. Isaac is a Chargers fan. We're going to see what the Chargers do this offseason.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great one for them if they end up getting
I'm trying to
Genty.
think of what they could need.
Genty.
They could use it. They could draft a running back.
Alum, awesome. I'll get the link for you, man. Junior, let's see what he has got. Alum, drop some of your bets in there, and let's do some comparisons here. I know Junior's big boy betting. Junior, glad to see that you're in the live tonight. Junior followed us over to Facebook, yeah, right, to the Red app with us. And Junior, I just wanted to shout you out and appreciate that, man. He jumped in and said, "Bro, where you been? I said, bro, up in here, I'm not allowed in. I'm American. I'm locked out. Jin says HC can literally be almost anyone not named Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, obviously offensive coordinator there for a while. Jin has some harsh feelings about him. Jin, let me ask you, there isn't somebody specific you want? Aaron, what's up, homie?
I forget. Didn't Kellen Moore go somewhere?
Yeah, Kellen Moore. He is the offensive coordinator of either the Eagles or the Chargers. One of the two.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I can't remember. Terry, I will get the Discord for you. I will drop it in the chat here in just 1 second.
Is Kellen Moore the offensive coordinator for the Eagles?
He's the OC. Okay, Parth is also an Eagles fan.
You got us?
That's what I thought. Parth. I was gonna say I knew I'd seen his face recently.
I thought the Eagles.
Ooh.
I like the Eagles better than I like the Chargers.
Okay, so Terry has Russell Westbrook over on PRA. Okay. Let me get the Discord chat for you. Ben, why don't you take over reading for a second? Alum's got his bet in there. Why don't you read that out for us?
So, Alum's got Bridges, 20 points. Westbrook, 15 points. Forsberg, hockey, anytime goal. Over 5.5 goals for the Sharks game. And he took Caps money line. Dude, the Caps have been hot this year.
I was just going to say that. Like, you have the Penguins, who's our team, right? Because we're from Pittsburgh. Yeah, and they are struggling.
They've been playing better lately.
They have been playing. Okay, they've been playing better lately, but I want to say it like this. I want to say it just like this. They've been playing better lately, but regardless of that, they are not playing up to the standards of what the Capitals have been able to do, retooling their team to be competitive.
Yeah.
They're way more competitive than the Penguins are.
Okay. So,
in my opinion, at least.
Isaac has Ovechkin for over 3.5 shots. Quinn Hughes over 1.5 shots. So I kind of actually like that. I never even think that I might start betting on hockey just because of what Isaac just put up in the chat.
Crazy.
Because that's kind of cool though. I like that.
That is cool, but
I like that.
I wonder if you can bet on hits.
Yo, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Over
under on hits.
I think I've got the.
If you can bet on over under for shots, you can bet on over under for hits.
Terry, thank you so much for the Let 'em Cooks. That is awesome. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to finally got to the right spot. Link is in the Discord from my personal. So you'll have that now.
Oh, and then Junior has LeBron over 18.5 points. And Jalen Hurts over 24.5 rushing yards.
I think that's safe, Junior. Who in what game do you have it? Who are they playing against? I think that would really matter the most to me. Let's see here. Junior also said, Jalen Hurts dropped to 24.5. Oh, He said that beforehand. Okay. That isn't too terrible. And against the Wizards, dog? Absolutely. The Wizards suck. Yeah, I would definitely take that. Link is in the bio here. Ben is Wombo. Look for that. I'm going to go ahead and pin that if I can. Maybe I might need Producer Paul. Producer Paul, I can't do it from my screen since I'm not logged in as Wombo. Can you please pin the comment for the Discord link for me if you could? Jen says, no HC specifically because the GM, president / owner, Jerry Jones, is horrendous. Oh, wait, that's all the same.
Yeah. He's never going to stop doing it. He's going to die.
Yeah.
While doing this.
Ben, feel my seat. Guys, we have a space heater going.
It was under me for a while, and my seat was that warm.
It's 500 degrees on here.
It's great.
Jen, I want to hear your opinion on this. This was my hot take on the Cowboys and what they may be doing this offseason. Hear me out. Crazy. I understand it. You trade Dak Prescott to the Cleveland Browns because they no longer have Deshaun Watson. Okay? Who knows how Cleveland figures out the money for that? I do have the answer, though, here coming up at the end of this. So just stay tuned. I have the full answer here. Yeah. So Dak gets traded to the Cleveland Browns. The Dallas Cowboys get the number 2 overall pick in the draft. With that pick, they draft Shedeur Sanders. They hire Primetime as their head coach. Mm-hmm. Okay? So they keep those two guys together. Keep following me here. Now, the Browns have Dak Prescott for that second round pick, or that second overall pick, and Deshaun Watson's contract might be null and void because he posted a TikTok of him not wearing his boot, and it is in his contract that he has to wear his boot at all given points and times that he is outside of his home.
Wow.
So all $92 million that he is owed might be null and void. Chat, let me know what you guys think about that. Should you bet 50 on it, Junior? No, I wouldn't go that hard, dog. It's a weekday, cuz. You ain't betting $50 on a weekday. 25, keep it safe. If that's your safe number, I would go 25. Par says, yo, I think the bum Anders really winning in Philly.
$5.
Nah, Eagles. Par, quit trolling everybody in chat, man. Eagles fans, I tell you. Isaac says, on Underdog, you can bet on shots, points, assists, fantasy points, power play points, and time on the ice. Isaac, that's kind of dope.
Can we use that in PA?
What?
Underdog.
I don't know. Check and see if you can download it. If you can, that'd be sweet. Al, I'm glad to see you're in the Discord. Producer Paul, are you back on the mic? Can you hear us? No, you're totally good. Yeah, I think 50's too much, bro. That's just me. 50 on a weekday. Can you scroll up and find the comment from Ben Iswambo and pin it for me? I can't do it from the computer down here. It's just the Discord link. I just want it to be up and available for everybody. Yeah, it's not too far up. No, LeBron got bumbled. Oh, now it's at 19.5. That means people are betting on it. Junior. So that kind of sounds like, if you haven't, fire now, because it looks like that's what a hot take people are taking tonight. Wait, hold on. Let him cook. Yes, absolutely, Isaac. Absolutely. All right, so what else we got in here? I like the creativity, but Dak has a no trade clause. I understand that. But don't you think if he had an opportunity to get out of Jerry World that he would take it? Maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking personally.
And I would want to get Dak out of Dodge.
I would want out of Jerry World. Jin is living in personal hell that his team is owned by a just complete narcissist. Junior, no LeBron. Oh, yeah, I read that one. My bad. Terry, definitely jump in the Discord. Yes, that Ben Iswambo is me. I'm Ben. He is also Ben. We're both named Ben. It's confusing. Call me Kep. Call him Ben. Makes it just easier that way.
Call me whatever you want.
You can have whatever you like. Yeah. On Underdog, it's 23.5. Oh, my God. Then, yeah, Junior, freaking click it already, bro. Hurry up. Hurry up and send it. Is the early fantasy draft still happening? Parth, it isn't happening today because our second computer is not on site. So we can't pull up a second screen worth of stuff, but that is going to be a part of the next podcast. Yeah. So the next Tuesday, 100% Parth. It is. Guys, if you're in the live right now and want to sign up for that, what we did last podcast is we went on PFF. I have a subscription, so we can do the mock draft in the fullest form.
Yep.
The funnest form. You can do trades. You can go through the whole 9 yards of it. We did that. It was a blast for those of you who were a part of it. I know you enjoyed it.
Very fun.
So we're going to do a mock draft. And what we'll do is I'm going to get everybody signed up. I'd like to have 12 to 14 teams. Mm-hmm. I'd like to make it quick, though. So that means that everybody's only going to get like a 15-second timer on each one of their picks as we go through. But, yeah, we can have fun, build a little team, see at the end of the season what everyone would end up with if you were picking now instead of, at the beginning of the season.
And I'll remember my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, you dickhead. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry.
I would not. Yeah, Jin, I guess you're right. Dallas and Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland isn't really an upgrade to Dallas. You're not wrong.
No,
but
it's not.
I mean, what else? What else is there for?
That's where quarterback careers go to die.
What do you guys think Cleveland takes with the second pick? Do you think they trade it or do they keep it? Let me know. Junior says, "Wait, should I wait for LeBron to go down? You think he's? I would say just put that vibe into the air that he's going to hit 20 tonight, dog. I would just go for it.
Yeah,
you already lined it up.
It.
You can see
I'd take it.
You can see it actively going up, and that's how you know people are putting money on it.
Yeah,
because Vegas is now bumping it up because they don't want the odds to go too high. So yeah, take it now. Hurry up, do it. Nice, he took it. He's locked in. Good. Congratulations, brother. I hope you win. I hope you get it.
Hey, make sure you
bets
pay
that I would say
YouTube too.
Oh yeah, bets that I would say that I would have for this week. What's Derpy got for us? I call him Ben and the other one Benjamin. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Derpy says they'll get a QB and they'll still suck. It's Cleveland. He's right. He's 100% right.
Brown's gonna Brown.
Or Derpy, even better, he'll do this. Or they will do this, not he. They will get a quarterback. They'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go 11-6, 10-7. And then they'll let him walk.
They'll Baker him. They'll trade him away.
Can you imagine if the Browns had Baker Mayfield still? What a dumb thing to do. I can't wait till we have some Cleveland fans. And that's not even to harass them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
I just want to know what it's like to have to be on that side of the ball. Because it's not good.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It can't be any fun.
No.
You are the
because like we might have not won a playoff game here in 7 years, but Cleveland only has one playoff win in like 20 years,
and it's against us.
Yeah. So
yeah, dude, I'll tell you this,
but that's a different kind of hurt. Like that's.
I'll put it like
just
this.
awful.
This is how I kind of feel about it. Okay, I kind of think that the Cleveland Browns fans are the most loyal fans in the NFL.
I will
them and the
100% agree with that.
Them and the Raiders, they're the most loyal.
Yeah.
Maybe the Jets can fall in there too. But I think Jets fans just actually, because they're from New York, just like to hate the Jets. I think they have just as much fun watching the Jets win as they do watching the Jets lose because they just like to be really mean. Like they're just like, I don't know.
New York. Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, exactly. Terry says he thinks that Cleveland takes Hunter or Ward. Personally, Terry, I think Parth said something along that lines too. Yeah, Parth said Cam Ward.
I think Cleveland takes Cam Ward.
I think Tennessee does.
You think Tennessee does?
I think. Who do you guys think Tennessee takes if they don't take Cam Ward number one?
I think Tennessee trades out.
You think they trade out? What do they get? More picks or a person? How about that, Jen? What if?
I think they just get more picks.
They just get more picks?
Yeah.
What if they traded for Dak Prescott? I could see Dak Prescott in a Titans jersey.
That would be something.
Could you? I could. I could see Dak in a Titans jersey.
That's a really hot take.
Why not?
I know. Yeah. Why not?
Number 1 overall pick for Dak Prescott and their second pick? Like their second overall pick and maybe their first? You'd have to send a lot more than just something. You'd have to send a lot.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Dak Prescott being traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Titans with that number 1 overall pick and obviously some more compensation. Something. I don't know what it would all include.
Yeah.
But
because you got to send a good haul.
But I bet you it would be this. The number 1 pick and Tony Pollard back to the Cowboys. That's what would go back. And they would get Dak, maybe their first pick, their second, and next year's second. Or next year's first.
That's a wild take.
It is wild, but
I like it though. I like it.
It's not crazy.
It's a nice wild take.
Overly crazy. It is crazy though.
So
Derpy says just because Cleveland is Cleveland. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I will say Derpy is a Guardians fan. I almost said their old name, which is socially incorrect, I guess. But
the Cleveland Indians?
Yes. That's apparently not
It wasn't the name. It was the logo that people were upset with.
True.
Because it was too cartoony.
Whichever.
Even though the Cleveland Indians were the first Major League Baseball team to have Indian or Native American players.
What's up, LG? LG, did you see the clips that I sent you? I sent you a couple of them just to give you ideas, bro. Guys, check out LG Jordan's account. He's a longtime follower of us here at the Wombo Combos show. He's starting to do some.
Terry agrees with me. Titans trade out for picks.
Okay. All right, Terry. You and Ben just became best friends.
I like it. Great minds think alike.
Guys, check out LG's account after the live here today. Make sure you give him a follow and check out the stuff he's been doing. Give him some ideas. If you see a cool edit, but the guy who did the edit does a really shitty job, just send it to LG Jordan and tell him, hey, dude, here's an idea to make a better one. Because that's all I've been doing. If I see crappy ones, I'm like, hey, dog, you could do this way better.
Jin hates your Dak trade to the Titans.
Oh. Dak is 31, coming off his second knee injury and has a ridiculous cap. I know he has a ridiculous cap.
It is a ridiculous cap hit.
Dumb ridiculous.
That contract is not one that I would want to take.
Okay, but he's saying the Titans would be dumb to do it, but
I mean, they're the Titans. I don't know.
They don't even have a GM anymore.
There's not like this well-known great franchise who run things perfectly there.
Jin, do you like Dak?
I don't know.
Let me ask you, as a Cowboys fan, do you like Dak? Just wondering, as we're going through that conversation. Terry says Dallas would have to do 12 and Dak for 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see that. Yeah. No. I think they would have to include a first-round pick. I don't think that Dak is worth a number 1 overall pick all by himself.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Parth thinks that Tennessee takes Sanders. Okay.
Yeah, you think he goes 1 over 1?
It's going to be fun.
1 overall.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be fun to watch. Another cool thing
the draft never really goes as we expect.
But let me tell you, the reactions that you'll get out of me during the draft are going to be wild.
They're going to be,
If you don't think that I'm going to have PFF up and have all the scores up for you guys of who's available and who would be the best picks, and it'll probably be better coverage than the NFL is going to give you anyways, and no commercials.
Yeah, no commercials.
Just watch me do the draft. I'll have it on the screen for you. We'll be fine. A cool thing that happened last night. Our buddy Akeem Woody.
Oh yeah,
came into the live. LG Jordan was in here as well. LG is a Saints fan.
Okay.
So I said,
"Who dey?
Dude, our buddy's uncle is the defensive coordinator for your team, and he's in the live right now." Woods is the defensive coordinator for the Saints now.
Really?
Yeah, the one who is at the Browns.
Yeah,
he's at the Saints now.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It was just cool to do that micro connection kind of deal thing. I thought that was pretty cool. Couple other comments that we have in here. Let's see. I hit a button too hard. Terry, thank you so much for the heart me. Welcome to the team. I really appreciate you. Let's go. I refunded my lineup and LeBron dropped to 18-5. Did you lose anything on that? Like, did you lose $1 or anything, Junior? Because I have totally done that before.
Do we trade Minka this offseason? I think the answer
I
is
think
yes.
we do, Derpy. I think we
the
do.
answer is yes.
I think we do. Absolutely.
I don't think we get back
a 3rd round pick.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. I think he's worth a late 2nd or 3rd round pick.
Yeah,
early
that.
3rd.
I'd take that.
Mm-hmm. Minka's great, but
was great.
He's kind of like over the hill now in his
career.
He's
not the same player he was when we traded for him.
Ooh, here's some hot ones from Terry. Micah Parsons to the Commanders, or maybe Max Crosby to the Commanders for their 1st round pick. Yeah. Because the Washington's 1st round pick is not going to be very good anymore.
No,
why not use it as a trade piece, right?
Yeah,
I would think so.
Get yourself a nice edge rusher.
A really nice edge rusher?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's talk about the draft. The best edge rusher that's out there is out of Penn State.
And he's going to go top 5.
He's going to go top 5 for sure. You're not going to get to him. I like that, Terry. I would use my 1st round pick, even if it was 28, which is the lowest possible it can be right now. 28, because there's 4 teams left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would even sell my 1st pick at 28 for either one of those players. Terry, which one would you like more? Personally, I would like Max Crosby more. More of a team player.
And he's younger.
Is Max Crosby younger than Micah?
Yeah.
Really?
I think.
Check on that. That would astound me if so. Junior, you now have 25 yards and 19
I don't think
points.
it's like he's much younger. I think he's only like
1 year or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was a year after.
Okay. You going to be live on draft night? LG, I'll be live for the entire draft. I love the draft. And then let me tell you guys this. Not only will I be live for this year's draft, but next year's draft is in Pittsburgh, and I'm going to it. And I will be live at the draft for the draft with you guys. So make sure you're following along and you're here for the long run, because I'm going to do a live show actually at the draft. I'm going to make sure that it happens. I have a whole year and a half to plan it out. So, yeah, we'll be live at the draft when it's in Pittsburgh in 2026.
Yeah, I was right. Max Crosby's younger.
Really?
He's 27. Minka's 28.
Oh, wow. Minka or Micah?
Minka.
We're talking about Micah.
Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
Oh, then Micah Parsons is younger.
That's what I was like, wait, what?
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Maybe I said the name wrong.
No, Micah Parsons.
Let's see here. I want to bet on the Chiefs game, but I don't know who to bet on. Junior, I would wait until later in the week. It is not smart to bet this early on that game. The odds will get adjusted better for you. It'll help you out better. Personally, if I was taking something, I would be taking the over in the football game if the over is 51. I like over 51 in the football game. And then if I was really going to bet on one of the teams, I'd be betting plus 2.5 or minus 2.5, depending on which team you want to win. At this point in time, I'm not going to be betting on individual players until I see which ones are playing both on the offense and the defense for both respective teams. Because, I mean, I'd like to know what cornerbacks are going to be covering what wide receivers before I bet on a guy to go get yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's where I'm kind of at. 29 is the lowest. I want max. Okay. No, wait, 29 isn't the lowest. It's 28 right now because there's 4 teams left. There's right? Yeah. There's 32 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could get 28 at best. 29 maybe
Maybe 29.
Maybe 20.
Back to
28 or
the,
29 depending on how it flakes out between the last 2 teams. I guess you're right. But you want Max, and I think Max is the better player too. Abdul Carter and James Pierce Jr. best edges. Pierce is edge and like a DB because he can play back. He can play into the pass game. Yeah, I could see him kind of playing almost a transformative role, whether that is both as a pop-up Mike guy or a down lineman on the edge. I do
Like
see
Micah
him
Parsons?
like Micah Parsons can. Yes, Micah doesn't do as much in the past anymore.
Yeah,
but
he's a better edge rusher for sure.
watch Alontae Taylor take over next season. Let me tell you a little quick story, LG. In our Super League, Ben and I are very big fans of cornerbacks who play for the Saints because they score a lot of fantasy points in Super League.
Yeah.
What was the one that you had?
I had
The one who got hurt.
yeah.
I had Alontae Taylor who blitzed off
Debo?
the edge. Yeah, you had a Debo.
I had a Debo.
Yeah, dude, your cornerbacks.
He was miles ahead of any corner.
They're
fantasy-wise
tackling fiends
points.
down in the Saints defense.
Yeah. Well, plus he was getting interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, they're good.
like-
I think their backfield is great. With they have Matthew, Matthew.
Matthew.
Out of
Tyrann
LSU?
Matthew, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Honey
awesome
Badger.
still,
Was he
even
still
at
in
late
the
age.
Saints?
Hmm. Yeah,
I thought he went
that's where he's
somewhere
from
else.
too.
Yeah, because he played at LSU and everything.
Let's see. Your part says refs for. So he's talking about what they should bet on in the Chiefs game, and he says for the refs to take more than 5 calls that help Mahomes. If you can bet on that, take that in this one. Oh, you're right, Terry. I'm just dumb and I don't know how to count. You're right. 29. Terry wins this one. Terry, next round, I'm taking you down. No, you're right. 29 though. I would sell 29 for Max. 29 for Max is
Yeah.
pretty 1-for-1 in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Travis Kelce, I don't know. I would not be betting on any of these guys this early in the week. You want the odd makers to go in and really take a look at it. You want a couple big buyers to jump on either side of the ball or either side of the bet so that it lowers the standard.
Yeah.
I never bet on a Sunday football game until either Saturday or Friday when injury reports start coming out.
Yeah.
Injury reports are the only time I start betting on teams. I'm not going to be setting up bets days in advance. You know, I want to. The only thing that I'll go for here is like, say a guy's questionable, but they're thinking he's going to play. Then I'm good. You know what I mean? If they say that before the actual injury report comes out for that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I wouldn't be going days in advance. It's only Tuesday to bet on a Sunday game. We don't even know what the weather is officially going to be like. You know what I mean? It could change at any given moment. So just hold off on the football bet yet.
Well, I mean, I'll do my crazy anytime touchdown parlays on like Wednesdays or.
Well, yeah, but that's you putting the dollar on 8 guys scoring a touchdown, not $50 on the weekend. Yeah. Injury reports are huge. Yeah, Terry. Injury reports and weather reports are huge. Specifically, the reason why I mention weather reports is because, Terry, I like to bet on field goal kickers. Field goal kicking this year has been a big hitter for me. Except for obviously last week, LG Jordan cries in the chat for that.
I've been adding field goals into my parlays.
They work.
They work. I
I
haven't missed on any of them.
If you know that it's not going to be dumb windy or raining or a snowstorm, field goal kicks, dude.
Yeah.
Even on crappy teams,
Yeah.
field goal kicks.
Field goal. That's crazy.
They do work out massively. Myles Garrett to the Eagles. Yeah, Parth has been wanting that for like weeks, Terry. He's been mentioning it over and over again. I might have to start betting on field goals then. Yeah, so what I like to do, don't get confused throughout the whole entire thing. Don't be betting on misses. Don't be betting on points.
Yeah.
You go for successful field goals made by either one team or the game in total, because you can do both. Mm-hmm. And usually, Terry, what that number usually is they'll give you 1.5, over 1.5 or under 1.5. I always take the over 1.5 as long as it's nice weather. If it's bad weather, I'm taking the other one.
Yeah.
But I always take the over 1.5. And then if it's game total, usually it's 4. If it's over 4 field goals. Sometimes they do 3. If it's 3, smash the hell out of it.
Smash 3.
Smash the hell out of it. So, yeah, that's one of the things that I like. Terry, since you're new to the show here, another red flag that I like, if you see a game naturally be 9.5, meaning that means that when it comes out, the original spread, like kind of like today where I'm telling you don't bet yet, but you see this number, 9.5 on the spread, plus or minus, bet the over in that football game.
Yeah.
It hits every time.
So
it's a mathematical equation. It's happened every time I've done it. I've never not had it happen.
So, and Terry asked, where do we bet? I currently do DraftKings. I did download Underdog. I'm gonna later when I sign up for it, see if that works here in Pennsylvania.
If it does, Sunday we'll have to make some Underdog bets for everybody.
Yeah,
for those guys who are in
for
Underdog.
those who have Underdog.
Dak, I mean, he's probably going to end up staying. Probably going to end up staying with the Dallas Cowboys. He comes back fully repaired from his injury. But I just like to think that Jerry Jones is going to go out with a bang before he has to sell the team as he's getting older. Maybe not sell, but transfer the team down to his son or whatever.
But he's not going to do that. He's going to die as the owner, GM.
You think so?
Yeah, no, that's what those are words out of Jerry Jones's mouth.
Oh,
You think the Pats?
Jen, at least you only have like a couple years left.
You think the Pats are happy with Drake May, or are they out looking for somebody?
So I think that what was really going on with the Patriots is this: they're shopping around Mr. Joe Milton, seeing if anybody wants a piece of little Joey Milton,
because they like Drake May in New England. They like him a lot.
They like him a lot. He's good. He throws a bullet pass. LG says he's finna bet over 300 on JD. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this.
Send it.
I'm going to tell you this.
Send it.
Me and LG made our bet for Sunday. And like I said, the field goal is what screwed us over.
Yeah.
I talked him out of betting yards on JD for passing yards. He had I think he had 219 or something.
No, he almost threw for 300.
No. I'm saying that's what the bet was. The bet was. Okay. And he threw for 299. Yeah.
And you talked him out of doing.
But I talked him into taking over 51 yards, and he got 52.
Okay.
So it worked out.
Yeah. All right.
I think he might go crazy as well, LG. He's going to be the reason why they win that football game, if they win that football game. Terry says, leave QB bet props alone. I kind of agree with you. The only ones that I do really like at this point in time with the remaining teams is I like JD over 50 yards in a game. I also...
Rushing.
Yeah, rushing. Now, this last game, I specifically liked it a lot more. But that Ravens and Bills game, I liked a QB scoring touchdown in that game, and we did get 2 out of Josh Allen in that game.
No, see, I'm kind of with Terry on that. I don't normally throw in QB.
Not yards, not nothing?
No, not really, no.
Okay.
Every so often. It's not very common for me.
I'll tell you this. This is what my favorite things to bet on are. Obviously the field goals. Obviously that red flag, minus 9.5, plus 9.5. The other thing that I really, really like to do is I like to bet on air raid teams. I like to bet on the wide receiver 3's yards.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I like to do that.
It hits.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time. If you look at the wide receiver 3, normally in any football game, who's the guy for the Vikings? Help me remember his name. Naylor. Jalen Naylor, every game, over 10.5 would be like minus 110.
Yeah.
Slap that in there. He's going to get 50 yards. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or have like one catch for 15 yards.
So make sure you take a look at that. I like the third wide receiver. Other thing I really like, you kind of like this too. I like betting receptions on tight ends.
I like betting receptions regardless.
You do?
Yeah, any position.
I like it on tight end specifically. I think that the 3.5 average is usually a good one to go after. We got a couple comments in here. Let me check them out here. It's just Parth and LG going at each other over Eagles and Commanders. Who would have thought? Parth says, I mean, can you imagine Carter Davis, Sweat, Garrett, and Smith on the D-line? Yeah, I could imagine it. It's called the All-Madden team. I don't want to see it. LG says, finna bet over 3 INTs for Hurts. Yow, you're gonna get Parth punching holes in the walls. Terry, you have the answer. That is the answer. Bet De'Ami Brown, or if he's back, Jamison Crowder for some yards. If they give you like a 15, over 15, take it. I would like De'Ami Brown over 30. That'd be my safest opinion. Oh, look who just joined back in the live. Mr. Antagonist himself, Red. Derpy, who do you have in the NFC game, Derpy? Let me know. We have a lot of people in our TikTok chat who are on either side of the ball, and they are fighting each other over stats, basically, at this point in time. Red says Hurts will be lucky if he throws 3 times. You're not wrong. That's kind of what you said.
Yeah.
If they can hand the ball off to Saquon and the Commanders can't stop him, why not?
It could just easily be Saquon Barkley's day.
Yeah, it could just be a
like
Saquon
it has been all year, which I'm not mad about.
No, there's nothing to be mad about.
Because I like Barkley.
No, he's the only one I like on the team. But yeah,
pretty much.
Junior says, hopefully I cash out because I'm going to go to my high school basketball game, so I ain't going to be checking. Well, I hope you win too. Hopefully you win during the game. You got a little extra guap. Take the honeys over to the snack stand.
Yeah,
get them some candy.
Some
How
Italian
can you
ice.
bet and be in high school,
Oh,
Junior?
yeah, that Italian ice.
Ooh, Italian ice. Oh, yeah.
I guess it's
Junior,
really
get them some
cold.
Dippin' Dots. If you want the girls' brownie points, get them Dippin' Dots, brother. How is there a fly alive? It's -20 outside, basically.
I mean, even in the basement, it's cold.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, LG says, hey, for real, though, let me know when you cook up something for these. Oh, LG, I will definitely send you a message on it, bro. I will definitely send you a message on it. I'll have it, guys. If you're not in that Discord, I think that producer Paul has it pinned. I'm not 100% sure. I can't really see it in the version that I'm watching.
I'll go back for it.
It's a time thing. It only stays up for a minute. But make sure you grab that Discord link. I will always place all my bets in there. I'll make sure that this goober drops his bets in there too.
How you got to hit me so hard?
No, well, just make sure you're awake. Sometimes
I got a notification on my phone. All I did was this.
I wasn't sure. I can't see you. You got this big old goofy hat on today. I can't see you.
Keeping my head warm.
Anyways, make sure you join in the Discord. We'll have everything available there. It'll allow you to not only pick the brain of other bettors, but also before maybe you throw something down, get a second opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If what you're taking is viable. Terry, I think you're going to enjoy it a lot, man. We've got a lot of really, really good viewers and good followers here with the Wombo Combo Show. Sunday is going to be a freaking blast.
Yeah.
Wait till Sunday. Yeah. It's going to be a great time, dude. What else do we got in chat here? Terry says, Commanders don't really have to stop Saquon to win. This is kind of what I said. Terry, during the podcast, I said that if they stop him to like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, they can still win the football game.
Mm-hmm.
Because the passing game is so poopy that, like...
Yes. But the Eagles have a better overall defense than the Lions.
They do have a better overall defense. However, Commanders already beat them once.
I understand this. But, I mean, it's just,
Red.
I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping the Commanders can pull this off. I really am.
Red,
I think they can.
You better not. During the Eagles game, side with the Eagles and be posting all these jargon Eagle comments.
He's saying Hurts over 200 passing yards is plus 6,000.
Yeah, but he's also saying that Saquon Barkley will run for 432 yards and 7 touchdowns.
I mean, if they do, the Eagles win the game. And it is what it is.
No, I don't want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen.
This is
but
typical Red jargon.
But that would be the most historic game ever by a running back in the playoffs.
Red says, see, this is what I'm talking about.
And I'd be okay with
Red says,
Barkley
go Chiefs, go Eagles. Red, I am going to drive to your neighborhood as soon as we are done with the podcast. I'm gonna use this IP address of yours. Find you.
I'm
No,
okay with people going go Eagles. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with
I'm
it because
okay
you're
with that.
fans of them.
Yeah, but
Red
go
is
Chiefs.
not a fan of either of those
Yeah, no,
teams.
no.
He's a Colts fan. He's a Colts fan.
Go look for another quarterback. Anthony Richardson sucks.
Ooh, now he's just being mean to you. Red. LG says JD finna throw for 300 yards, 5 touchdowns. I hope so. I hope so, LG. Once I get my bet all cooked up, I will see. Now you got Red saying, which means now he's going to start cooking. Parth says, when the Commanders beat the Eagles.
I mean, if he talks crap on our quarterback situations, Russ didn't cook this year either. So
we don't really actually have a quarterback.
we don't even have one.
We don't have a quarterback.
I don't care.
It was 21-0 when Hurts was out. Yeah. I feel that, Parth. I feel that. Red says that was a low blow, but I won't make any comments on the Steelers because I feel nice. Ooh, you caught Red on a good day.
I caught Red. Well, hey, tell me something I don't know about the Steelers.
I don't know. Maybe he will.
Because I've been shitting on him for the last 2 weeks.
No, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Commanders' #1 offense since the playoffs started. You're absolutely right. They are the #1 offense since it started. And what I think really makes Jaden Daniels shine the most is the fact that he realistically only has one good player on the whole entire offense.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, and I know that, Terry, you're going to know this name, one of their starting offensive linemen, one of their better ones, Cosme. I don't know if you've ever heard the name Cosme. He was a good college guard as well.
Okay.
He is out significant, I believe it's knee or leg injury.
Okay.
So that is going to be kind of crucial to the pass protection game. We'll see if that is something that plays a major factor. He says, yeah, torn ACL. Terry, hopefully whoever the backup is able to fill in that role because that is a big set of shoes to fill. Sam Cosme. Yep. LG says Derek Carr MVP. All right. I don't know. Do you think Derek Carr is on the Saints next year? They have to make cuts to get money.
Maybe.
I think Cam Jordan is their official
because this year's quarterback class isn't as good as it has been in years past.
They would have to go with Spencer Rattler.
I mean, it's decent, but it's not great for quarterbacks this year coming out.
LG says, please, no. Par says, you know what I'll say. Or Barkley, 400 yards, 9 touchdowns. You guys are ridiculous. You guys are all ridiculous in chat. All of you. Red is now cooking.
Yeah, Red's cooking.
You've done it. Because he's right.
I've done it. No, he's right.
The Colts beat the Steelers.
I'm not I know. I'm very well aware. But Anthony Richardson wasn't playing quarterback for you. He got hurt and left the game.
But he was 3 of 4 for 70 yards and winning 14-0 before he left the game.
Yeah, he still left the game.
Joe Flacco beat us.
I know.
He's got a W on the stat sheet either way, doesn't he? If you start the game,
yep,
you get the W.
He got the W on the stat sheet regardless. That's absolutely right. Guys, let us know. Is there anything else you want to talk about for today? I know that it's getting a little later for us East Coasters, and it is like negative 2 million degrees outside in the tundra. Yeah. So getting home safely is a priority at this point in time of the year.
Is.
Getting my truck to start is also a priority. Guys, I had to literally go out onto the highway. I was telling Ben this before the show. You guys will think this is funny. I live on a 4-lane highway. And my driveway got plowed in, and I couldn't get out of my driveway. So what did I do? To get out of the ice, I went on the highway and scooped up all the salt off the road and put it under my truck, and let all the salt and everything melt under my truck underneath my tires, so I could get my truck moving. Take that, PennDOT. That's the name of our transportation thing here in Pennsylvania.
PennDOT sucks.
Plow my road, you idiots. Yeah, guys, let us know if there's anything else you want to talk about for today. Derpy, you know PennDOT, and I'm sure you hate them as much as I do. They suck. There's potholes everywhere. You have to drive through 10 potholes. Do what you got to do, man. That's exactly right, Terry. I had to get here, dog.
Yeah.
I don't care. You didn't plow my road, so I went up on the highway. I scooped it off the road, put it in my driveway. There we go. I'm getting out of here. I paid for that salt with my taxes. What's up? I'm on a rant. Anyways, guys, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about for today, let us know. If not, we're probably going to be closing up early here today. I will let you know. Again, as a reminder, I go live here often throughout the week at random points in time, just watching sports with you. If you ever see the live pop up, make sure you jump in if you're not doing anything. Or if you're just watching a game, I might switch to whatever game you're watching because football's few and far between now. We've only got 3 football games left for the rest of the season? 4 if you count the Pro Bowl, which nobody cares about.
3. 2. 3.
Yeah. But, yeah, they're few and far between. So we're going to be doing a lot of college basketball. I'll be watching, like I said, a lot of that. If you have specific teams that you like, I will gladly watch along with you. So let me know in the chat or a comment on one of our posts there. And then, again, we're going to have NBA. We're going to have NHL playoffs going off simultaneously. Also March Madness. So stay tuned for all that because we're going to be doing lots of live watch parties. That's what we like to do. It's fun. It's fun to just hang out and watch sports together, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, yeah, Genty to the Steelers. Oh, dude, I highly wish so. Terry, I appreciate. Yeah, definitely turn that on.
I don't want the
we
Steelers
hang out.
to take another first-round running back.
Yeah, Najee Harris. See you later. But yeah, on that, guys, make sure real quickly. I will once again, if you didn't get it, I'm just gonna throw that Discord link back up in the chat so that you guys for sure have it for the future. I think you guys will enjoy what it's meant for because, like I said, there's already a bunch of bets and everything else in there. But on that, let me get that into the chat as soon as I figure out how to use my phone. And
anyways, well,
boom.
While you're getting that up, Parth said if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, we need to get a Hurts jersey and hang it up behind us. My answer is no.
You know what? If I was to get an Eagles jersey, it would be a Dawkins jersey. And I'll live on that. Rocky, what's up, home dog? What up, man? How are you? Yeah, I would 100% get a Dawkins jersey. And LG Jordan, I see your Saints comment in there. Milrow to the Saints would be fire because that's already like Alabama-esque area to begin with. He wouldn't have to go very far. That's already his weather to be practicing in. And I think he's really good. I think he's going to be good. Yeah. I'll catch y'all on Discord, fellas. Y'all have a good night. Terry, you as well.
Yep, have
guys,
a good night, Terry.
We're going to end it from here. If you watched on YouTube today or if you were tuning in on the TikTok, we really appreciate you joining in. As always, my name is Ben. This is Ben. This is the Wombo Combo Show. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.